Time for some real talk now on the Constitution. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump reigniting the immigration debate. He's calling for an end to birthright citizenship, which is automatic citizenship for anyone born on U.S. soil. But to do it would actually require a change in the Constitution. So how would you go about doing that? Well, there are actually two routes, neither of them easy. The first, pass a bill in both the House and the Senate, approved by a two-thirds majority. The second way would require two-thirds of state legislatures calling for a constitutional convention. This has never been done before. Now, both methods would also require a second step, requiring three-quarters of state legislatures to also agree to pass some sort of a change. Joining me now, Judge Michael Mukasey, former Attorney General under President George W. Bush. A lot more difficult than just saying you want to get rid of birthright citizenship.
Oh, yeah. Saying it is easy. Doing it is and should be hard.
Why?
Because it's the Constitution. It's the founding document. It's the government. It's the document that defines this country. What this country's government is defined by the Constitution. That's not something you change casually.
So a lot of people would say, well, originally, this idea of birthright citizenship rooted in the 14th Amendment was not intended to do what it does now, in the sense that some people may take advantage of it.
It was not. The problem we have today certainly wasn't contemplated at that time. That was passed to deal with slavery. And what it said was that all persons born in the United States or naturalized are citizens, period. So that it cut across that problem. This was not anticipated.
All right. Now, in the past 200 years, the Constitution has been amended 27 times. The last time was 2 decades ago. This was the 27th Amendment that had to do with salaries for members of Congress. So it has been done before, right?
Oh, it has been done before.
Do you think that this would actually ever be any kind of an idea that would happen?
It could conceivably happen. I think there may very well be broad support for it. But understand, as you pointed out in the lead-in, it would take a bill passing both houses of Congress by a two-thirds majority as a proposed amendment, and that would then have to be approved by three-quarters of the state legislatures of each of the 50 states.
So three-quarters of the states.
Right.
I mean, I guess if you would look at California and New York, you know it wouldn't pass there. But with all the other states in the middle, I mean, who knows? All right, I want to call your attention to another poll, the Rasmussen poll. This was recent, at the end of July, beginning of August. 54% of voters disagree with the current federal policy that says a child born in the U.S. is automatically a U.S. citizen.
That's interesting, but I think part of the problem is that you describe that as a federal policy. Of course, it's not just a federal policy, it's in the federal Constitution. So theoretically, we could have unanimous disagreement, but unless and until the Constitution is amended, it remains the law.
And I should amend to say that a child born to an illegal immigrant, that's what the majority agrees, that should not be as it is intended anymore. It's interesting because we had Donald Trump talking about this. Now you have Scott Walker also saying that he agrees with that policy. It's going to be interesting to see how this changes the GOP perspective on immigration in general. Judge, thank you so much.